Hey, Got Fox here. So we got a grind update in MLB The Show 18. As you all know, Immortals were dropped into the game. You see a lot of center fielders in the lineup right now. That's because the first Immortal that we're grinding for is Mr. Griffey. And we'll take a look at the missions there. Well, we got to go to the Duke Snyder program to enter into the Griffey. And Duke is right here. So this is basically a left-handed Trout. And his missions, quite a few. Some center field stats. None with the Silver Browns are common, but making it a little bit by a little bit. And then I think Bell will be the next one. The only issue, like going after Bell, and his card, he could play left field, right field. I had a lot of outfielders, and then especially with Musial and his unlock. When I get the I got World Series this month, as you guys know. From my other videos, we just stopped once we got the World Series, then grinded out events and so on and so forth. So he'll be mid-July unlocked for Musial, and so I'll have a right fielder there with this card. I guess I could put him at first base. I got Stargell there in the cap, and then to get Griffey, we got Snyder, we got Trout on the team. Griffey will definitely be starting. So it's wrong. Griffey will definitely be starting with those kind of stats. Beautiful, probably the best card in the game. And then going for Bambino, even better hitting stats. Guess he could play first base also. So we'll have a pretty stacked outfield. But the thing is, like Jackie Robinson, as you guys know, before all these team epics came out, we had them maxed out, the Jackie Robinson. But these career arcs are kind of crazy. What are my thoughts on the career arcs? I know there's been a lot of consternation. Their trade-in sets were pretty easy. I mean, the developers basically made it easy to put in the souvenirs, exchange left and right fielders. Took a little bit there. But the stat grind, a lot of people complained. I don't have an issue with the stat grind so much. My issue comes in the fact, basically, one, that the stat grinds you could have double dipped. If you got the game today, you could have doubled it. Not many people are going to buy the game today and grind for Immortals, so it's not a huge part of the population. It's just like we didn't get any credit for doing these grinds beforehand. But so people that are further behind than we were, all of us are maybe catching up, and that's an issue. But whatever, it's not a huge portion of the population. So grinding out these career arcs, these are just glitchy cards. I mean, some of the stats, it's like this Mike Schmidt. Goodness gracious. Great. Probably the best shortstop in the game. Speed's a little slow, but I would say probably the best shortstop in the game. Right up there. Well, I guess not the fastest guy, but with the power at that shortstop position, just glitchy. Who's the other great one? Snyder I showed, glitchy. Bench is, I don't know. Looking at this bench card, I'm like, solid. You'll face 3/4 right-handed pitchers though, and he's like an average hitter there. So he's slow, great in the field, but tough. If you face a lot of lefties, he'd be great. If those splits were flipped, great. Thomas, good-looking card, very good-looking card. But a first baseman, maybe I'll have the Bambino there. But so Robinson, not great. Piazza, good looking. So Piazza's obviously the catcher we'll go for. So all these, as you guys know from my last, all of the Immortal grinds maxed out. The relievers, the relievers and starters, I hate they make the pitching grind so hard for this game. For some reason, I don't know why, but I could see this game switching to like a hitter first game when the Immortals come out, because it's a lot easier to get these Immortals, at least over the next few weeks before everybody is able to lock into a pitcher or two, maybe a reliever or two also here. But man, it's going to be an offensive-based game. It kind of, some of my games are getting like 13 to 8, and there's some offensive games that I'm running into. And then other games just like you feel like you can't hit it all. But that's off the point of view. So career arcs, going for Nen. Nen will be the first one that I go for. Hopefully get 10 saves, 40 holds, 150 holds with relief pitchers. Yikes. And then because that feeds into Wagner. I think I like Wagner and Nen the better of the two. I like Gossage a lot, but I think I like Nen better than Fingers. Fingers looks okay, but he doesn't really like bring it. You know, low to mid 90s fastball, forkball 80, that's cool. But sure, I mean he's got good control and everything, but I don't like it. I like Nen. Just get it up there and sling it. And then the pitcher, first pitcher, Greinke. So we're doing the live series, grinding for that. And then the Greinke feeds into Bob Gibson. I think I like Bob Gibson the best of the starting pitchers too. Pitches 98. Got good control. I mean, K per 9, hits per 9. Good break. Like, obviously, when you look at cards like Seaver, sure, he doesn't have the killer fastball, but that changeup's super slow. Gotta love a changeup at 74. A 22-mile-per-hour difference between fastball and changeup is amazing. That's like Hoffman-esque. You guys know the Hoffman changeup just is awesome. So there's the grind. You guys know all the grind down here. All the position programs are finished. I guess those were just added last week, so that's kind of new. So all the position programs finished. Timed June. Monthly awards, not going to do May. April was nice. Didi was a great card. Now kind of outclassed by some of the cards that we're getting. So it's a little bit of a grind for career arcs. My other issue, like, what do you guys think about this? Let's put this on Twitter. Do you guys think every single... I would prefer this. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, but you're not rewarding the grinders. Yeah, MLB and San Diego Studios does a good job rewarding the grinders by making them NAT. But I counter, like, wouldn't it be better to reward the grinders if you were the first one to grind as Babe Ruth, or if you were grinding Babe Ruth, you could just sell them for stubs. So you're rewarding the grinder with stubs by being able to sell them. And then you get people on the market that maybe don't have the time to grind, but have money, and they'd be able to use that money to get Ruth. People say, no, that's a pay-to-win scheme. And it's like, yeah, I mean, these kind of pay-to-win with the souvenirs and all. But that way you could focus on a couple Immortals and buy a couple other Immortals, too. Like, that's probably what I would do. Instead of having to do them all to get every single Immortal, you know, grind a couple, buy a couple, have some fun in the game. But so that's my biggest issue with MLB The Show, is the fact that there's so many NAT rewards. And it's really annoying, the fact that these cards are all NAT and you lock them into your position. I mean, baseball cards are trading cards, right? They're not collectible cards. Like, the whole spirit of the whole baseball hobby is trading them. But that's not the way they seem to be going. I'd prefer them to open their market. I mean, like, a game with a market should just be focused around the market. Like, a lot of the top-end cards, except for, like, you know, the Ichiro, the Ernie Banks, the 12-0 rewards were added. But, like, the market's kind of, like, dead. Besides for live series cards and a few legends. I don't know. It feels like they can go much more into the market, much more in-depth there. Have a better chance of, like, you could try out cards, sell them back. I feel like the game mode would be more fun. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, I got one criticism on Twitter, like, oh, the only people that are complaining are YouTubers that just want to get footage. That's what Battle Royale is for. If you want to get just footage of cards that come out, just do Battle Royale drafts. YouTubers, they don't even have to grind to get footage. MLB is the cheapest game to do footage of new cards out of any game. Or, well, I don't play NBA, so I don't know about that one. But out of MLB Madden, MLB is much easier to do. So there's the grind update. So center fielders are in the lineup. Live series pitchers are over here in the rotation. But yeah, so hopefully Kluber, Paxton, Cole, striking them out. I'm buying a couple more live series pitchers to round it out to make that Greinke grind easier. So like after the center field grind, get over to the left field grind, and we'll just have a glut of outfielders on the team. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think of the Immortal program drop. I'm sure I'm missing something. Let's see, World Series event. Oh yeah, I talked about Musial being on track for that. Yeah, so I basically got it. Yeah, let me know. Like I said, we'll be getting more Immortals probably in like a month or two, but I'll be on the Madden by then. Maybe I'll dabble in MLB after August a little bit, but I think I'll be mainly on the Madden grind at that point. So, yeah, how far are you guys along in your Immortal grind? How you liking the game? How you liking the content drop? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.